I sat and I racked my brains and figured out a way that I could blend the worlds. I said, yo, I could take music and turn them into 1-hour episodes based on it. And I pitched it to Stephen Hill, and he got it immediately, and the journey started with BET.
On June 26th, Irv Gotti celebrated more than his birthday with the last premiere of Tales, a scripted series that brings a visual story to the songs we love. Actress Jennifer Freeman and actors Woody McClain and Keith Powers were among the several familiar faces that showed up to the premiere and will be featured in the series. Tonight's episode features Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hanks, and debuts one new star, Matthew Noska, who appeared on Ellen in 2015 after a cute photo went viral. Both take on the tall order of role reversal in episode 1's portrayal of the classic NWA hit, F the Police. And yeah, the song's message can be interpreted as violent and political, but Gotti assures that Tales won't take that direction.
First off, I'm not like a political guy. You understand? I want to make this very clear. Tales won't be like, the next episode is cold-hearted, story of friendship, betrayal. My man Keith Powers is in that, and it's off the charts. Michelle Aiden, she's in it off the charts. So I just want to make it clear that I'm not the political guy, or whatever. But I did see an opportunity with the song NWA and F the Police. I seen an opportunity where I could touch on the subjects that's going on today. So I said, I want to do something interesting. And it all was based off of kind of the concept when people say, how would you like it if that was done to you?
After the episode finished, behind him were the names of African American victims that have been wrongfully murdered by police in America over the last 3 years. Gotti also tells the room, quote, there's symbolism in the episode that I hope people catch. I show a part that can speak to Philando, and a scene where he's telling them he can't breathe for Eric Garner, end quote. 2 recent and still painful losses specifically for the black community.
No part of this thing is made for anyone to feel good. It has entertaining scenes, and you get chuckles and laughs, but it's made to have you be like, this shit is fucked up. I just wanted to show them, let them feel it, and let them really feel it, because I am an optimist on the world. I believe the world is a good place, and I believe that people want to be cool and people want a better place.
Running the Q&A portion of the premiere was record executive Kevin Liles. One of the questions Liles asked for the audience was about the music, and in response, Gotti doesn't just talk about the songs he's using, but the music he curated for each episode. During the exchange, Liles said, quote, if we cut Irv open, he would bleed the culture, end quote, to which Gotti replied in agreement, quote, sucka MCs would play, end quote. Irv Gotti also shared that his first season will consist of 7 one-hour episodes, excluding the 2-hour premiere, and will tell the tales of Slick Rick's children's story, Jay-Z's 99 Problems, and a classic Biggie Smalls song, just to name a few.
I had to do a song with B.I.G. and I did a story to tell. Now the interesting thing with a story to tell, because my man Woody McClain is in the house, you know what I'm saying? Woody. And when we cast it, I said, Woody, you played Bobby Brown flawlessly. Now I need you to play a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Show him the range, Woody. You know what I'm saying? So the interesting thing with story to tell, if y'all know the record, we already know the record from Biggie's perspective. We know what Biggie did. We know he had an affair with this NBA player's wife. The guy comes home, the NBA player comes home, and he turns into a robber. We know the song, so we know the story. The interesting thing with Tales is we now see it. Oh, Jennifer Freeman is in the house too. Ashley's in the house too. She's Woody and Jennifer is the stars of it. So the good news with this is we tell it from the female's perspective. It's an interesting thing because I really couldn't license any music, right? So I didn't have the money for it to license it. So it put me in a corner where I had to create these songs and everything like that. But it was really, that was God again doing things and put me in places that I need to be in and forcing me to do it. That's why if y'all been seeing me lately, I'm on some God shit and it's real, right? So, right, I'm on some super God shit and it's all real. I'm like, wow, look how did that fall into place? God, right? So So I was forced to do the music. So a lot of the music that you hear, like the first thing when my man Chet Hanks and is biting the knife and everything like that, and he turns around, that song is actually called Troy's Theme. We made that song specifically for that scene and for his character. The song at the end, when my man Matthew Noska dies, Brody, the handsome guy that gets killed. So when he dies, we made that song specifically. He actually helped with making that song because he said, Irv, I ain't gonna tell him the song that you gave me, all right, man? But he gave me a song and said, Joe, you should use like this song for when I die. So I made my own song, but used that as inspiration.
If you had anything to do with it,
Please.
big round of applause for the cast.
Please.
Because without you, his vision wouldn't be here. Big round of applause.
Towards the end, the cast also showed their appreciation to Gotti for their involvement and presented him with a signed and wrapped poster with everyone involved.
On behalf of all of us, we have to just say thank you for reigniting the passion of storytelling in all of our hearts. We didn't realize, we thought we was passionate until we met Irv Gotti. You're believing in us. You're helping launch our careers to new heights. And we just want to say we love you. We appreciate you. Happy birthday. Tales season 1. Don't you ever forget us.
I didn't even understand what Tales was gonna evolve into. I know I wanted to use a lot of new talent, as well as people like Tyron, Lance Gross, Boris, who did a phenomenal job and brought excellence to it. You know, Clifton Powell. I wanted a blend, but what has been created with this cat? We call each other like Tales family.
Tales is on BET tonight and will be returning next Tuesday with an episode based off the song Cold Blooded, featuring Keith Powers. For more exclusive content on Tales, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BossTalk AMC. For Boss Talk, this has been an exclusive. I'm Jada Boss.